Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Wood Brew video. My name is Dylan, and in this week's video, we're going to be making a DIY face shield. I'm doing a one-take video here. I just wanted this to be a super simple, quick video. I wanted to get it out so that you guys have this information. There's been a shortage across the country, and I'm sure across the world, for face shields. So a lot of people have been making the mask, which is amazing. It's awesome to see a maker community come together and help supply a lot of these hospitals and healthcare workers that desperately need masks. But I thought I'd take on the challenge of making a very inexpensive face shield and kind of contribute to this need for these supplies. So these face shields, without buying anything in a bulk quantity, only cost 40 cents to make. So they're incredibly inexpensive to make. You don't need any special tools. In fact, the only thing that you need is a pair of scissors, but a rotary cutter like this, it definitely helps out. As far as materials go, everything is available at Walmart and hopefully is not picked over, because I tried to find materials that weren't being used actively in making masks, because I know so many people are making those and those supplies are starting to run low. So this is vinyl fabric. So you're going to find this in the fabric section. You can also find this at Hobby Lobby or on Amazon, and I'll leave links to all that below. So you want to get the thick stuff. The thickest stuff they have is going to keep its form better and work the best. So you need to get some of this. You need to get some large file rubber bands. Elastics running low across the country from people making these masks. So you want to get some of these rubber bands. They're going to work just as well, and there's so many of these available. Also, you're going to need to get some foam. Now this is cushion foam, 1-inch foam. It comes in, where is, hold on one second. The smallest quantity at Walmart comes in a package that looks like this. So it's a 4-pack, and you can make 80 masks out of this one 4-pack, which is super awesome because I believe this is only around $6 or $7. So this one's been cut up a little bit, but they're actually a little bit larger when you get them. So you're going to need some of this. And the last thing you're going to need is some form of spray adhesive. Now, I had this on hand, but they also have a lot of this stuff at Walmart as well. But this is the particular one that I'm currently using. So with that said, let's get straight into building one. It's super simple. Like I said, I'm just going to tilt the camera down so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I've got this nice little mat here, which really helps out with this process, but I'm going to line it up with the edge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over, which it's easier if I start on this side. I'm going to come over let's see, 10 inches, and I'm going to cut straight across. And if you're making a bunch of these, fold the fabric over, and that'll make the process a lot faster. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut it at 8 inches. So you're going to want an 8 by 10 piece of fabric here. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to need to poke some holes in the end. Now you can do this a lot of different ways. You could just cut it, or you could actually drill the hole or poke it with some sort of stick. I'm just going to cut a small sliver here. So if I just fold this in half and make a tiny little slit, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Next, we're going to take our foam and we're going to cut this around 1.5 inches wide. I've got one of these nice little cutting tools, which makes this a lot easier. So I'm just going to take my rotary cutter again. Also, like a bread knife or any kind of X-Acto knife will work well on foam. The ticket to making it look half decent is doing a few passes and not putting too much pressure down. Once you have that cut, we're going to cut it at 8 inches. These are 16 inches long. It's the actual cushion 16 by 16. So we'll cut it in half, and that'll give us 2 pieces that we can use. So we're not wasting any material. The last thing you need to do is, well, second to last thing you need to do is attach this foam to the top of this piece where the holes are. So I'm going to take some spray adhesive and I'm going to spray it on the foam itself. Move this out of the way. You want to kind of let it sit for just a second. That kind of lets it tack up a bit and it'll actually be stronger. So I've got the holes down here. I'm just going to roughly align this with the middle and the top. And then I'm going to press down firmly. While that's kind of drying, we'll take one of our rubber bands and just snip it in half. And all we have to do is push the rubber band from the back through the front. Tie a knot. And you can adjust these in whatever way to fit, your face. So you can always tie more knots. Pull it through this way, tie another knot, and there you go, it's done. So the reason why these are so great is that they're so incredibly easy to make. Anyone can make them. They're also, this vinyl can be wiped down and reused, cleaned, and they fit pretty much anyone. So that is it on. So you could wear another mask underneath it, and now you have a face shield for around 40 cents. Now if you go online and you buy this material more in bulk, I reckon that you could get these down to around 20 cents or so to make, which is a really awesome, it's really awesome that we're able to get it that inexpensive. So super happy with the way that these turned out, and hopefully they help some of you, and maybe you can donate some of them to at least people in the health industry. And I'm not sure whether or not actual hospitals will take them, but it's worth a shot, Super inexpensive, whole family can get involved and make a bunch of these. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in another video next week.